Hi people, my name is Lilame and this is week 14 of the Master Key System. So the Master Key System is a 24-week program written by Charles F. Hannel on how to manifest the life of your dreams. So this week we're going through and having a look at how our thoughts are creating reality. I feel a bit silly sometimes saying this because that's what we're doing every week. We're talking about how our thoughts are creating our reality. But Hannel begins this particular chapter talking about how we get discouraged when we change. So you're thinking positive thoughts and you're expecting your life to change fairly quickly, but it doesn't happen that way because there are natural laws in place. Just like if you cut the roots of a plant, it will take a while for that plant to die. Okay, like a weed. A weed is a plant, but you know what I'm saying. So if you've stopped thinking negative thoughts with the hope of manifesting more positive things in your life, don't be discouraged if you're not seeing things yet, because it does take some time for that stubborn weed to die. And if you feed it every now and then, it's going to take even longer. So the name of the game for this week is persistence and practice. We've talked a lot about theory. We're now putting things into action. So today I am just going to be outright reading from my highlighted notes, just because it's been a really crazy week. And I thought better than not filming, I'll film, and it just might not be as scripted as you'd wish. So yeah, the points that really stuck out to me here is that, well, I've already mentioned one of them, but most of us focus on what we don't want. When we have a problem, you focus on the problem, and the reasoning behind this is, well, I need to look at the problem and I need to problem solve. But often we go so far into the problem that we're no longer even problem solving. We're just ruminating and we're dwelling on it, and we're actually manifesting more of what we don't want. So this is not a message to put your head in the sand and be in denial. If there's a problem, okay, do everything that you can to solve that problem. If it means writing stuff down, brainstorming things, but don't let those thoughts linger where you're not actually being productive. You're just dwelling on a problem and manifesting more problems. Again, Hannel says, we don't, people say, oh, well, if this is so fantastic, why isn't everyone doing it? Why doesn't it work? And everyone is doing it. Most people are just not conscious that they're doing it. So people are doing it. You can do it consciously and create positive things in your life, but you just have to practice. Hannel then goes on to talk a lot about atoms, electrons, cells. It gets a bit sciencey there, and I'll just give you the gist of it, okay? I really do hope you're reading along with this, because it is a fantastic book. And just whenever you're down, whenever you're discouraged, I just like picking it up and just reading whatever's there for the week, just to keep myself pumped up so I can keep going, because we are creating a new habit here. So he talks about how everything in the world is made out of atoms, and the atoms that are in our body specifically have grouped and they've formed cells, and a single cell has intelligence in it. A single cell actually has a life, its own little life. Its own little life. I hope all your little cells in your body are living their best lives, because a cell is I don't know, I'm gonna say born. It's born. It has a reproductive system. It manages waste. It's programmed with the directive to live and reproduce more of itself. So they're like, yeah, they're living little beings. That cells can live outside of a body, of a human body. Okay, cells Sorry guys, this is not scripted, okay? So yeah, basically Hannel's saying that when we are thinking, those cells, all those cells in our body receive information from our thoughts. There's a system that works, you know, when you're thinking fearful thoughts, and I think I've said this in the past videos, but when you're thinking fearful thoughts, you know that your body goes into fight or flight, blood starts rushing to the extremities, your heart's pumping faster, waste management stops. And this is all from thoughts that you're thinking, whether or not there's a real actual danger or not. This is the power of our thoughts. So yeah, he's just encouraging us to think positive thoughts for the health of ourselves, for the health of our bodies. So the other thing is that, and it's still along the lines of the same point, that thought is the only reality there is for each of us. So that quote, I think, therefore I am, everything that you perceive happens in your mind. Even pain happens in your mind. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm saying that like messaging, your mind creates your reality. You see the world through the lens of your mind. Without the mind, you're not perceiving life. You're not experiencing life. So everything that you experience is through your mind. So why not make a beautiful mind? Why not go hard? Why not get fancy with it? Paint lots of lovely things in your mind and dwell on them often, as much as you can, and try and leave the weeds alone. Try not to dwell on the negative things, which is really hard for us because society really does gear us up to look at the what's bad, what's scary right now, what you should be fearing. You need life insurance. It is difficult, but by all means, try. And as you continue to try, you'll begin to get stronger. Your thoughts must be clear. Okay, very clear. I think we talked about this last week. Your thoughts have to be clear. So I've been struggling a little bit maintaining that mental clarity. Like this morning, I was trying to do the activity where I'm visualizing my perfect morning. And I said to my husband, man, I don't know why I'm putting douchebags in my perfect morning. Like 1 minute, I'm like, this is my perfect morning in my mind and I'm doing the thing. And then next minute, I'm having someone who I was having an argument with is in my is in my visualization, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? It's crazy. Okay, so I actually this morning I was struggling, so I wrote it down. I was like, okay, so if my mind's not going to project and help me out for whatever reason today, I'm going to write it down. So if it helps sometimes do things like that, just actually write it down. And then when you are struggling, you can actually literally just sit there and read it and visualize it. So whatever it takes, guys, continue to just practice. I know if you're a bit of a perfectionist, I am. You want to do it exactly the way that Hannel says you should do it. But steps towards progress are steps towards progress. Be a bit easy on yourself and do what gets you through the day for that day. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to say, and this isn't in the main book of the Master Key System, but there's an extra book that's an accompaniment that I've been using to get ideas for both of them. And the Master Key System study for this particular week, the author says, one thing that stops us from visualizing good things or that can hijack our consciousness is holding a grudge. Guys, I felt personally attacked by that because I sadly hold a grudge pretty badly. In fact, worse than anyone I've ever met. And it's not good. It's not healthy. And that actually blocks your path to manifestation. It blocks your blessings. Do not hold a grudge. Forgive and forget. I'm saying this as a person who says, oh, I'll forgive, but I ain't gonna forget. I remember what you did. Guys, it's not the way forward. It holds you back. And I know it's easier said than done. But if you can genuinely forgive and then forget, you're living a free life, and you're much more able to attract things when you're not carrying resentment in your heart. It's a heavy burden, and you can be carrying those people for years and they don't care. They don't know. And even if they know, they don't care. They're living their lives. Let it go. Live your life. So that's one of the things that's on my manifestation list. I'm going to manifest a much more forgiving, forgetful heart, so I don't have text messages from 2017 for someone who owes me money. That's terrible. Sad. Don't know why I'm laughing about that. But yeah, so that's the gist of the week. And the practice for this week is to sit in your usual spot, 15, 20 minutes, 30 if you're feeling like it, and focus on harmony. That's what he says. Just try and think harmonious thoughts, because your thoughts are a reflection. Your thoughts will be reflected in your life. So this week, plant seeds of harmony, and also happy NAIDOC week, guys. So yeah, plant seeds of harmony. Put forgiveness on your list of things you would like to manifest. Okay, I'd like to manifest forgiveness in my heart, because I would like people to forgive me. I don't want people looking at me thinking, man, that girl, that thing that she did 7 years ago, you know, I'm a different person now. And a lot of people, everyone is different. Everyone's constantly growing. So yeah, I'll be manifesting a more forgiving, forgetful heart, and focus on harmony. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Do good things to all people. Wish good things for all people, even people that still owe you money. Thanks for watching the video, and welcome to the new subscribers. Take care. Bye.